All right. Eddie, thanks for coming back. I know we are inside right now, which isn't ideal, but it's been pouring for 3 days, and we've got a wonderful TrackMan here at Woodland, so we're gonna use it. The other two guys, we'll let them do their thing on the putting lab. Maybe get to them a little bit later, but for now, we'll just go ahead and do some full swing stuff here, since we didn't really get to do it since the first lesson. So I remember in the first lesson we worked a little bit on your grip, a little bit, which is you seem to work on since then, so it looks like it's in pretty good shape. Also your weight distribution, how you were a little forward, a little heavy on that, what would be your front foot, which is your right foot, being left-handed. And then a little, how close you were standing to the ball a little bit, just some general setup stuff. It seemed to work out pretty well. How do you feel it's been going so far? Like as far as your practice?
I don't know, I feel like it's been pretty good. It's been more solid shots and stuff like that. Just still get the ball pulls every once in a while.
Right. I know we're gonna work on absolutely making bogey our worst score. That's gonna hopefully come from a little bit more solid contact with our approach shots. You seem to get off the tee pretty well. You don't really seem to you don't seem to be re-teeing very often, but it does seem like you put yourself in some pretty interesting spots for your second ones, right? Yes. Okay. So we're gonna work on biggest things for you is gonna be centerness of contact and where that club face is pointed, because you seem to miss it for you and block to the left a lot. So we're gonna work on those things. So I'm going to give it a give it a couple swings here. Sounded pretty good. A lot better. What would we like to see there? I like on that one, because usually a shot like that would feel almost a little thin to most people, but with what you've been working on, that's going to feel really solid. And that's going to go really solid, because compared to where you usually are, your angle of attack there, negative 8.1, which is good. You're really hitting down on it. But it is a 7-iron. We are trying to find a happy medium there. We don't want to dig in too much. We can really see that now that we're inside. We have some numbers to work with, as opposed to the mats outside, because it's rained for 2 straight weeks. So go ahead and set up to it. We're going to work on kind of like what we did before a little bit. We're going to work on your weight distribution. Go ahead and set up to like you're going to hit it for me. Ball position is really good. I like how we worked on that last time. Club face sits on the ground nice and square now. But we've kind of got a bit of a reverse K here with your setup. You're kind of like this, little, you get a little further back into it, right? So when we do that, and then we come down on our downswing, we really get steep on it. Okay, so I want you to I want you to feel like your weight is more 50-50 at best, as opposed to the usual, I don't know, probably 70-30 you probably feel like. That's going to help us hopefully not get so steep on it, hopefully not take some of those big divots I saw a couple weeks ago when we actually got to play. Hang back and throw there?
A little bit.
Sounded better. Yeah, nice and firm. There we go. Now see how that one got that one to curve back? I know it's a little extreme. That's still pretty far to the right. But at least on that one, we didn't get that big block. At least on that one, our path was more down the target line. Our face finally got nice and closed, which when we're working on the opposite of what we usually got, usually the old end. So we're going to hopefully try and get you extreme one way or the other, and then as you practice, it'll find its way in the middle. So same thing for me here. I know that one went further to the left as opposed to the right as the last one, but what I want you to notice is that if we look on the screen here, is that our heights are much more consistent. We're hitting shots that all go the same height. The ball flight's going to be similar, which means we're hitting it more solid, which is what we're looking for. Angle of attack still pretty steep, but that's okay. That's no big deal. I mean, we're turning our 7-iron into, well, you know, closer to a 5-iron.
What's the one guy in the group?
Sorry about that. Work still, of course. So go ahead and set up to it. I'm gonna go ahead and do a little something you can do as a practice, as a drill on your own here. Okay. One of the things that's causing that big difference in club face to club path, which is where we get our curvature from, which you don't do very often. So I want to work on making sure that path goes down that target line more regularly. Okay. So don't have any alignment sticks in here. I know we left one here. There we go. Go ahead and set up to it. I really want you to feel like that club travels down that target line a little bit longer than usual. Because your usual swing is your follow through gets really low and really wrapped around you. If we look at guys nowadays, we really want to get that club travel towards our target a little bit more target line swing, a little less rounded swing. Okay? Reduce our curvature a little bit, hopefully continue our consistent contact. Better. Feel any better?
It's always easier when you can just get through it.
Mm-hmm. There we go, now we're talking. And honestly, on that one, I really do think that was probably dead straight. That's just probably because of the space we're in. That's about all the further we can get the machine lined up with us here. And as far as the club face looked, as far as the contact sound, it looked like it was a really great shot. So what you mentioned there about getting through it, and what do you mean when you talk about that?
Sometimes I feel like I just get hung up right there and I can't always push through it.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why I'll feel like I turn over what you were talking about, pull in more like that. So I pull in at it along.
Okay. When I stand, go ahead and set up to it. When I stand behind you and I look at on your downswing, that club is coming real on our way down. We get that club coming real in here and we get those hands real far forward, right? What's going to help that is when we take it back, we don't get the club quite so wrapped around us. When you take it back, you like to get it, for you, left-handed, sorry. For you like to get the club kind of this way and up, and then we just bring it right back down so we're real far in front of it, right? So for you on the way back, I want you to feel like our club head, you hear guys talk about this on TV, club head is outside the hands, okay? In other words, take it back with the big muscles up here, okay? So when we take it back, don't feel like we're lifting our hands and wrapping it up. Let's just feel like we're taking it back with chest and shoulders. I'm sure you've been told that before. Yeah, just like that. That's what we're talking about. It'll feel a little awkward, but we're going to get it straighter, hopefully. Go. I like it. where your follow through was on that one too. And that's what we're talking about as before. See that height? Well, those things match up. We're going to get that nice consistent height every single time. And our angle of attack seems to be our standard. And you hit that real low one that goes left or right, that number gets really high. Between 7 and 8, I can live with that. That's no problem. And if we're talking about maybe bringing that ball flight up a little bit, we could always mess with the clubs a little bit. We could always mess with the loft and the lie and stuff like that. We just said you haven't been fitted for your club. This is actually just a club we put together here with our fitting system. Definitely go through that and get all that set up for you. So what I want you to really think about, for you, you've got a really good athletic motion, really good athletic golf swing. I just want to make sure we deliver that from a good spot. So if we work on keeping our weight not so far on top of it, we're not going to hit that heavy one, hopefully. And also when we take it back, trying to keep that club head outside of our hands so we don't get kind of trapped in here. And then we either do chunk it or we do that where we like to come out of it and wrap our arms around ourselves. So when you practice and stuff like that, use the stick, and then when we use our takeaway, take it back a long set stick that will keep those hands inside the head, outside the hands. And biggest thing for you is just to, as you mentioned, stay through the golf shot. Don't come up and out of it and decommit to it before you've actually hit it. Other than that, though, it's a good athletic move. Your driver's good. You hit the driver really, really well. Putting was fun. We did that really well in lesson 3. Pitching, I'm glad we got to work on that. That seemed to save you a couple shots last time we played for sure. And other than that, any other questions or anything like that? Something vague? Anything golf related at all?
Sometimes.
We're getting some activity. Mr. Heckman's looking for his black and white WC